So I rented this great Airbnb in the North Woods near where I live to spend a week drawing and painting. I was humbly reminded about the need to slow down and follow the flow and pace of what's in front of me versus what I have planned. I was up here for a week, and after delays with some work obligations and some weather delays, everything I had planned kind of went out the window. I had all these grand plans of how many paintings I wanted to do and how many sketches I wanted to get done, but the universe didn't let me follow that timeline. It's funny how that happens. So now I'm on the second last day of what was 5 full days planned, and looking at a day and a half left to actually do art. So what does this have to do with sharpening pencils, you might ask? Well, I think it's just a simple way to get yourself to slow down and get into a state of flow, which is important for drawing. So what happened was, when I finally sat down to draw, I realized none of my pencils were ready to go and had to be sharpened. I like to sharpen my pencils using a knife and sandpaper block because it saves the pencil and is just better in the long run for getting a finer point for drawing. But to do that, you have to slow down and concentrate on what you're doing. It's not just shoving a pencil into a pencil sharpener, right? You have to whittle it down. It's like whittling wood, really, and it takes time and it takes focus and shifts your mindset from that normal, everyday, go monkey mindset into a slow down, get into flow, react to what's going on around you. Because if you don't, you're going to break the lead, which is what happened to me. And all of a sudden, a chore or a task that should take just a couple of minutes, all of a sudden I'm spending 30 minutes sharpening pencils. So it's just a humble reminder to me of getting into that mindset, which you need for creating art. At least I do, and I think a lot of people do. And that task of sharpening pencils was a great way to remind me there, to get there. And now I have less time to get what I wanted done. You know, this art's not an assembly line. I might have had an idea of getting, a couple of paintings done and multiple sketches done, but now I'm looking at maybe getting one sketch done and maybe one painting done, but why am I counting and why am I putting a number to it? So I think just that humble reminder of being in flow and being present and being aware of what is around you is really what the creative and artistic process is about. That's one aspect of it, right? And that, I think, to be reminded of that is important. You're not on your agenda. You're kind of tapping into a state, right? That you can't just turn on and off like a light switch necessarily. It's more about just being present and aware and tuning into that. So what's the point of this video? I'm not entirely sure, but if you use a mechanical pencil sharpener, maybe this is a cue to slow down and start sharpening pencils in the classical artistic method of using a knife and using a sandpaper block. And this is not an instructional video for that, but it's also probably more a reminder to slow down, focus in, and just get into a rhythm. And don't put an agenda on your art making. Thanks for watching. My name is David. I want to show you a little bit of this amazing Airbnb space I have. The property is completely isolated and secluded, and this body of water is pretty much a large pond, but the seclusion in the woods is amazing. So I'm fortunate enough to have the opportunity to rent this place, and I think if anything, it's connected me back into the state of art making, which is easy to slip in and out of. All right, thanks so much for watching. See you next time.